Welcome back. In the last section, we discussed internet best practices. It was a very theoretical discussion. In this section, we're going to the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Internet applications. The entire discussion is going to be applied. In particular, we're going to discuss 4 of my favorite online applications. 2 shopping sites, Amazon and eBay. 1 social media site, Facebook. And then we'll take a look at a teleconferencing application, Skype. I'm looking forward to the discussion, and I'll see you again during the summary. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy. In the last section, we learned how to navigate to a specific website by entering the URL up here in this address box. Let's go ahead and do that and jump over to the Amazon online shopping site. If you're not familiar with Amazon, just think of it as the biggest, baddest shopping mall you've ever seen, and then multiply that by a quadrillion. Amazon has everything from clothes to electronics to books and DVDs. In fact, last year, Amazon did over $107 billion in sales. Whoa. Anyway, let's start by searching Amazon for a jack-in-the-box for that beautiful grandson of mine. Easy enough. Curious George is very cool, so he's going into the shopping cart. Also, check out how Amazon is all about the upsell. They are darn good at it and can seemingly read your mind. Every time you buy something, they are going to suggest a bunch of other stuff, which you may also need, double quotes. Well, interestingly enough, I think I'll also do this cute little Curious George wooden car. $10 well spent. Think Amazon is diverse? Let's jump over and check out women's black socks. Looks like you can get 10 pairs for about $15. Sure, let's go ahead and buy them, since this is only a pretend shopping trip anyway. Next, let's move on to a new backpack for my upcoming National Parks tour. Ooh, cool, Swiss gear, always nice stuff. Better check out the reviews. 75% 5 stars is great, but remember from our previous discussion, a lot of these might be bogus. Also, better check out the other images. Fine, let's add it to the national debt and get out of here before we have no money left at all. A quick sign on with my email and password, and Amazon will gladly walk me patiently through the checkout process. 10 minutes later, I could be shipping this stuff anywhere in the world. But before we jump out of this pretend shopping trip, did you notice we went into secure mode, HTTPS, when we moved into the checkout component? Yep. We were safe to move forward and enter our credit card information. Now let's move over to the world's top-rated auction site, eBay. Unlike Amazon, where everything has a fixed price, on eBay you bid against other folks on an item, and if you're the highest bidder at the end of the auction, you get that item at the bid price you bid. Well, kind of, because lots of stuff on eBay also has a buy it now price, which gets you an item at a fixed price just as though you were on Amazon. Like Amazon, eBay has nearly everything you can imagine. I'm using it here to check out floor mats. Certainly seems like a reasonable price, but since I sold my Lexus 2 years ago, maybe not so much. Let's look instead for a new TV stand. Oh man, they must have about 1,000 of these things. I think I'll just stick with the one I have and save my money. All right. That gives you a good idea about online shopping, both with fixed priced and auction sites. Short answer, there's a bunch of them. So look around out there, but you saw the big 2, Amazon and eBay. Enjoy the shopping ride, but remember to stay safe. Okay, now we're going to jump over to Facebook website at facebook.com and take a look at a little social media action. First thing you need to do in Facebook is sign up. The form's real easy, as you can see here, and it'll only take you a minute or 2. Uh-oh. No, I'll not put my age out on the internet for the whole world to see. P.S. I'm 59. And besides, I already have a login, so I'll just jump up here. Another note of importance. Remember to write those online passwords down somewhere where you can find them again, because they're going to be needed. When you first come into Facebook, you see your home page. Down the center of the page is all your posts. Some of these posts will have been created by your Facebook friends, and others will be simple advertising. In Facebook parlance, a friend is someone with whom you share information via these posts. To become friends with someone on Facebook, you search for them here in this area and select them from this list. In this little example, I think I'll try to friend Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers star quarterback. Once you get to their profile page, you simply send them a friend request. When they accept, you're all set. In this case, I think I'll avoid the embarrassment of being declined by Aaron, so I'll just jump back to my home page. If you search and click on someone you are already a friend with, you can jump over to the home page and see all their stuff. Here's my son's home page and pics of my beautiful grandson. The next important Facebook page is your profile. You get to your profile page by clicking your name at the top of your home page. Your profile page is where you tell everybody about yourself. Lots of people tell their whole life history here. Me, I sort of keep it simple with a picture of my wife and I riding up in the mountains. The last thing you need to know about Facebook is how to create your own posts and then comment on those of others. First off, most posts include some type of graphic image, either a photo or a video, so we'll start by uploading this pic. I will then add a short comment to share with the picture and finally hit the post button. Easy enough. If you want to comment on someone else's post, you simply hit the comment button, enter your message, and when you hit return, everything is final. Remember, another fun thing to do is to like or share a post. Just hit the associated icon and you're on your way. Oh, and by the way, please check out the Digital Middle Age on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Anyway, Facebook is full of about 1 billion other interesting things which can literally consume your whole day if that sort of thing interests you. For me, it's simply a great way to stay in touch with our kids and get pictures of my grandson. Hope you enjoy, and remember, social media also infers social responsibility.
We are going to end our internet discussion with an overview of what I believe to be one of the best internet applications available, Skype. Skype is an online video chat tool which allows you to see and communicate with your friends, family, and business associates, all for free. Because Skype is an application, you need to first download it onto your laptop. I would suggest you do this process even if you know Skype is already loaded on your box, as it ensures that you are always running the most up-to-date version. Okay, to download the software, you go to your favorite search engine and search on Skype Download. If you are running a Windows laptop, then click on the Download Skype for Desktop link, and if you are running a Mac laptop, then click on the Download Skype for Mac link. You'll now see a standard application download page. To start the download, just click on the big download button. In a second or two, your browser will ask you what you want to do with the download file, run or save. I always save. The download will take a couple of seconds depending upon the speed of your internet connection, and when it's finished, your browser will ask you again what to do next. I typically just close the browser at this time because it really doesn't need to do anything from this point on. Okay, now you need to find your download file. For Windows users, you'll find it in the File Explorer application in the Downloads folder. For Mac users, the download will be in the Finder application under Downloads. When you find it, simply double-click on the Skype setup file to launch the application installation routine. Now normally, I would suggest you take all the defaults during an install, but this one is a little different, so I'll walk you through it just to make sure you don't have more hassles down the road. Okay, after a couple of seconds, the install application will show up, and the lawyers at Microsoft will ask you a bunch of silly questions which you need to agree to. On the next screen, the default is clearly about making Microsoft some money. You see, Skype is absolutely free as long as you talk with someone over the internet. As soon as you call someone over a telephone line, the meter starts running and Microsoft is going to want you to pay up. Not surprisingly, they want you to set your default to make telephone line calls. Deselect the option by clicking the box and taking the check mark off. In my not-so-humble opinion, the next page is even worse. Trust me, you do not want Bing as your default search engine or MSN as your default homepage. Deselect both and leave the man hanging. Okay, now after a couple of seconds, the Skype home screen will appear and you'll have a launch icon somewhere at your desktop or toolbar. The download and install process are now complete. You'll never have to go there again. Now before you can start using Skype, you need to create a Skype name for yourself and get the Skype names of all those people with whom you wish to speak. We'll start by creating your Skype account, so click on the Create Account link on the Skype launch page. The link will open a browser and bring you to a Skype account creation page. Go ahead and fill in all the required fields. I would suggest using your email as your Skype name, as it is easier to remember, but that's really up to you. Again, I already have a Skype account, so I'm just going to jump out of here and log in regularly through the Skype launch page. Now, the next thing you need to do is connect with all your friends and family with whom you are going to Skype. Skype will have a whole bunch of lame ideas as to how to do this. Please ignore them all. Two methods really only work. First, if the person has a very unique name, then search for them in this little search box. Maybe you'll get lucky and find them without too many matches. Unfortunately, most of the time Skype comes up with about 1 billion matches, which really leaves you no other option. What do? I send my friends and family an email and ask them for their Skype names and then search on those specific names. Once you do find a match, then you send each of them a request asking to connect, and once they accept that request, you're ready to go. Kind of a hassle to get off the ground, but in Microsoft's defense, it's for security reasons. Once you are set up, the good news is you never have to jump through those hoops again. Okay, now we are finally ready to make our first video call. For our little example here, I'm going to call my lovely wife, located at the other end of our kitchen table. As you can see, to make a call, you simply click on a contact and then click on the video camera icon. A telephone-like ring occurs on her laptop and she clicks on the camera icon to open our conversation. Easy as that. Now we're ready to have a video chat. Not a big deal if you're located on the opposite ends of the kitchen table. But if you're located on opposite sides of the country, or even in the world, then that's pretty darn cool stuff. Now she will call me so you can see how to answer a Skype call. Easy as that. To quit the call, just click on the hang up icon, which looks like an old style telephone. Ta-da! That's Skype. All except for one thing. When we initiated and answer our calls, we always clicked on the camera icon. That was because we were connected to a very high-speed internet. If you are using a slower internet connection and try to use video, you may get cut off or the video may feel jerky. When this happens, you could just use the audio by answering the phone icon or shutting off your video. Finally, as you can see from my poor example here, if you are using an external monitor, make certain you have the Skype application running on your main monitor or all people will see is the side of your head. Not an intentional mistake on my part, but I left it in as a learning experience. Quite frankly, for both of us. By the way, our dogs were going absolutely crazy during the taping of this short demo. Why the heck are you guys talking through the computers when you're only 6 feet away from one another? Crazy humans.
All right, that concludes our discussion of internet applications. Let's review what we learned. We first took a look at Amazon, the huge online mall. Searching and finding items is very easy. Their upsell capabilities are equally off the planet. They're so good. And checkout is simple once you got yourself an account and drop ship anywhere in the world. It works amazing. We next moved on to eBay, the top ranked auction site. We learned how you as a buyer get to bid on items of interest to you, and if you're the highest bidder, you win that item. We also learned that there are many items on eBay that go for a fixed price with a buy it now option. I always stick on eBay to the top ranked sellers and be cognizant of the time frames because that's what's going to govern your ability to win an auction. We then took a look at social media through Facebook. What an amazing way to stay in touch with your family and friends. We learned how to friend somebody. We learned how to set up your profile, all good stuff. We learned how to create a post, comment on a post, all entertaining. I suggest you get out there and give it a try. We concluded this section with a look at Skype, the internet-based teleconferencing tool. What an amazing way to stay in touch with those grandchildren or kids who live somewhere else in the world. We use it on a regular basis, and I'm a huge advocate. In the next section, we're going to talk about email and email etiquette. And remember, keep on learning. Thanks.